And here we go, it's Championship Sunday for the U15 U18 competitive tournament. Here in Louisville, starting off with the 1 versus 4 semifinals in the U15 AA division. It's York North. They brought out on top. They came out on top of the U15 division, taking on fourth the Carleton Blue Knights. Two teams that have had a lot of success so far in this tournament, and one will be seeing themselves go home this morning. Trying to clear it out of the zone is Hunter. Quickly flipped out by Ramsey and in the center. Blue Knights come clear it back in. There's a big hit attempt. Ramsey banking it off the boards. Blue Knights keep it in the zone. Walking back in is Quinn with a shot. That one's denied by Boudicca. Blue Knights barely keep it in at the line. Send it into the corner. Trying to put that behind the net is Campbell. Campbell now regains possession behind the net. Trying to sneak it out on the side. It's stuck at the side of the net. Still not covered. Set out on the front. Trying to get some jabs at it was McLaughlin. Another shot heading up into the corner. Hunter trying to clear that out of the zone. Had fanned on the shot. Bringing it back in is McLaughlin. McLaughlin pinned up behind the cage. Blue Knights still with it. Campbell, sharp angle shot off the inside of the post. The rebound, and it stays out of the net. And how did that stay out? Blue Knights ever so close to taking a 1-0 lead from a shot from Campbell that went under the pad of Boudicca. Hits the inside of the post and comes right back underneath him. Van Norden being pressured by McLaughlin down in the corner. Goes up to the blue line. A shot deflected and on Boudicca. Luckily swept away by his defenseman. Going around the net, Lawrence. Bringing it around, Gilmore trying to bank it out of the zone. Ends up at the blue line. Almost taken away by Price. Coyotes and Blue Knights all tangled up near the blue line. Lawrence headmans it over for Keogh. Keogh steps in, has a far shot, ends up in the corner. Coyotes batting along in the corner. Hargrove wiring it along the boards and attempt to clear the zone. Blue Knights storm back. Van Norden on the defense. Here's McLaughlin in, firing, scores! Not sure if the first attempt had gone in, but the second one did for sure. It's Will McQuaid breaking the ice for the Blue Knights. And so it's Will McQuaid starting it off for the Blue Knights, an early 1-0 lead. Just a couple minutes into this first period, they look to sustain this pressure. Castonguay around his cage, sent off the boards, held in at the blue line, made a couple moves. It's Quinn moving towards the middle, trying to fire out a shot, had been blocked out in front. Harris trying to retrieve the puck, skating back in his own zone. Cycling back is Spencer. Shooting that with force along the boards to send it into center. Coyotes bringing it into the zone. It's Spencer. Quickly stick check. It's loose between a couple feet. Blue Knights try to work their way back. They surge through center before sent over to the opposite side. Cleared along the boards for Merritt. Merritt finding it loose at his feet. O'Rourke now on defense, making his way behind the net. Campbell looking out in front with a turnaround shot. It had been blocked out in front by Spencer. O'Rourke trying to clear it out. That was gloved down by Quinn and will go down for a hand pass. It's an early morning at the K Arena, starting off these semifinals for U15. Next semifinals, it will be Shabukdo and Edmundston. They are the 2 and 3 seeds, respectively. Blue Knights in their own zone. They quickly surge a breakout. Trying to step up and make a pass there was Campbell. Out in the zone, Hargrove hitting the brakes, trying to find McQuaid back out back door, and it's deflected up by the stick of Munn. Campbell speeding around in the corner with pressure from Rumsey. Campbell cycling around, making it past one. Campbell the shot, saved by Boudicca and turned away. Kept in Walton, pad save Boudicca, sent across the ring out line. Another shot towards the net, that was blocked by the skate of Munn. Coyotes going back the other way. Heading up with speed is Green. Green stepping in, dropping Romero the shot, and that never gotten through. Pressure being applied down behind the net. Coyotes with some time on attack. McQuaid trying to shoot up out of the zone. Now going to be kept in by Merritt, and it's just going to end up offside. Off the face-off, trying to bring it in was Lawrence. It's banked back in. It hops over the skate, the stick of Van Norden behind the net. McLaughlin working up with speed. Pins himself up against the boards. Van Norden attempting to steal. Harris out in the corner. He's being pressured by Lawrence. In to come take it as Price, being chased by McLaughlin. Pass up, and a perfect pass to Keogh in the middle. And they just couldn't handle it. Lawrence with a pass from his defenseman, picked off in the middle by Quinn. Price had shoved him off the puck. Gilmore trying to make his way in, and he's crunched. And we are going to have an interference call, I believe, coming up against the Carleton Blue Knights. So it's a Coyotes power play. Starting off, it's quickly cleared back to the opposite end of the zone, covered by Boudicca, and he will elect to have a whistle. And now a 5-on-3 in favor of York North. An incredible chance to get up on the board. Pass intended for Price. He then clears it along the board. Spencer finding it up top and misplaying it. And it's back out into their zone. Spencer skating back. Pass over for Green. Green skating up the right before he's bumped by Hargrove. Hargrove behind the net. Jumping up into a collision, and the Blue Knights come quickly back the other way. Just coming off the bench is Keogh. Now working his way in, passes over to Gilmore. Gilmore stepping in on the right. The shot saved by Arbo. Coyote still in the zone. There's a shot from the blue line. Saved. Rebound. Another save. Kept in at the blue line by Lawrence. Shot in. There's a shot right near the slot, and it's going to be covered at 4:52. Off the draw, won by Carlton and cleared down the ice. Coyotes in their own zone. Ramsey cleared on the boards, intercepted. Campbell out in front, but by Gilmore, takes out his own teammate before Keogh works with speed the other way. Keogh with speed, shot, blocker save, rebound, another save. Rylan Arbo. Quickly cleared out. Now just a power play for the Coyotes for about 5 seconds. Shot missed. Gilmore in the corner. Being stick lifted. We now have some 5-on-5. Flipped high, still loose. It's Campbell and Gilmore battling for it. Sent out in front. Keogh trying to get a shot off, and it's poked loose, and the Blue Knights have a chance going back the other way. Blue Knights work up at speed. Campbell steps in, trying to pass over to Hargrove, clearing it in. McQuaid behind the net, looking out in front, back, hand pass. Look at the sharp angle shot from Harris. After missing, it's cleared to the blue line. Into the corner. Harris trying to manage to get possession. Try to poke it up to the blue line, taken by Keogh, put to the middle. Only one there is McQuaid. Back for the defense of the Blue Knights. Harris pass up. Coyotes proceed to go the other way. Keogh trying to flip it into the zone. McQuaid, center to the middle. Here comes McLaughlin into the zone, trying to escape behind the net, and that's pickpocketed by Chattanguay. Spencer, pass over to the left. That pass sees Curry. Curry stepping in, it's sticked away into the corner. Hargrove battling down low, trying to get it out. The Blue Knights successfully do get it outside the zone. Out in the center, cleared in on Castangay. Pinning up McQuaid out in the corner. Spencer working his way behind the net, curls around and makes a nice pass over for Jenkins, and Jenkins goes up with speed. Jenkins stepping in, firing off the pad of Arbo. Jenkins again in the corner, losing possession. Kept in, Castangay with a shot, it's deflected, but in the blocker of Arbo. Still kept in, O'Rourke winding up for a slap shot. And it's sent again behind the net. Big collision behind the net. There's Spencer laying the body. Cleared all the way down by the Blue Knights. And that goes for an icing. Blue Knights cycling around his own zone. Bradstreet behind his net. Waiting, cleared out. Trying to get that one over to McLaughlin. It's tipped outside the zone. McLaughlin streak it up with speed before it's taken by Lawrence. Lawrence after the steal. Pass picked off in the middle. Here's a shot deflected just wide. A dangerous pass out in the middle that is picked off and almost shot on net. Backhanded down behind the net. Van Norden waiting. Is crushed by McQuaid behind his net. Coyotes managed to get it out, and there's an offside. Just a minute and 40 left to go. Keogh in his own zone trying to backhand it out. That one's kept in at the blue line by Harris, put behind the net. Munn banking it off the boards. Coyotes still cruising around in their own zone, trying to find a solution to break out. McLaughlin on the corner, set out in front. That one's off the pad of Boudicca. It's set to the blue line. Moving his way in. Quinn, pass to the middle. There was McQuaid trying to have a shot. A block shot by Gilmore. And speeded back the other way is Price. Keogh in the middle. Keogh with the shot. It's blocked. Now just less than a minute left. McLaughlin trying to move his way back the other way. Gilmore trying to step to the middle. Is almost crunched by Hargrove. Eventually does slip and fall. Ramsey across from Munn. Back for Ramsey. Ramsey tries a pass. Didn't get much of it. Blue Knights come surging back the other way. There's a shot. Saved by Boudicca. It's set down in the corner. Keogh behind his net. Munn merging up that left side before chucking it over into the center. Keogh dumped into the zone of the Blue Knights. Quinn waiting, making a pass to Bradstreet. One touch pass. Hargrove working his way in. Pass to the middle. Trying to get that off for Campbell. Campbell still with it. Trying to put that to the side of that blocker. Save. They score! With 8.4 left, Campbell backhands one to the net. It's an original blocker save. And waiting for the rebound is Alex McQuaid. So the Blue Knights will take a 2-0 lead. Into this intermission. Quickly cleared back in. Castonguay skating back. Cleared outside the zone. Would have been a break or a potential 2-on-1 for Curry. And the buzzer goes right as he gets the puck at the blue line. It's 2-0. Blue Knights after one. And this game proudly sponsored by Limo TV. Here we go. Second period underway. Cleared in quickly by Dara. Still loose at the line. Blue Knights quickly bring it back in. It's Campbell trying to fight in a battle. Castonguay surging around its corner, trying to throw that in front. Poked away by O'Rourke. There's a shot saved by Boudicca and sent out behind this cage. Rimmed along the boards, not kept in. Could be a potential break before it's chopped away by Dara. Blue Knights work their way in. Time to get a shot off, and we have a penalty call coming up. And it's going to be a hook. And we're going to see our first Carleton power play. Heading to the box is Cameron Spencer. on the man advantage. Quinn at the blue line. Across, Hargrove stepping in with a shot. Redirected, the rebound is just set wide of the left post. Behind the net, Blue Nets still with possession. Backhander, saved by Boudicca. Clear to the blue line, but not out. Quinn sent that behind the net. Lawrence applying some pressure as they go into the corner. Lawrence and Campbell. Lawrence falls to his knees, stealing it out. Moving his way to the blue line was Harris. Down low, Lawrence trying to clear it out. Blocked by the feet of Quinn. Now going to be a puck battle near the boards. It's just out of the zone, which will give a chance for the Coyotes to release some pressure. Behind the net, Hargrove spinning by Hunter. Hargrove waiting, trying to pass through the legs of Harris and all the way down for icing. Face-off coming into the zone of the Blue Knights. Just under 30 seconds left on this man advantage. Dara struggling to find it in between his feet. Dara once again finding it, chucking it into the middle. Cleared back, it's into the feet of Quinn. Quinn hammering it along the boards. Gilmore making his way into the zone. Dara with it in his own end, makes a pass. Doesn't go as intended, and down the ice it'll go for icing. And today's game sponsor, it's a platinum sponsor of this tournament. It's Limo TV. Currently running a deal where if you use promo code HOCKEY30 at checkout, it's 30% off all subscriptions. After a face-off won by Hargrove, Dara moving his way behind the net. Penalty now up, even strength. McQuaid for Hargrove. Hargrove up the right, being defended by Spencer to the shot. That's turned away by Boudicca. Face-off one, cleared around the net by O'Rourke. O'Rourke battling the shot to the side of the net. Rebound, another shot. That's into the glove still of Boudicca. Nathan Boudicca so far has been very clutch out for his squad this morning. Letting two slip by him. But ultimately, the play's been all in the defensive zone of York North. There's a shot again, turned away by the mini-wheat of Boudicca. Puck's pinned up along the boards. Players going falling. There's another shot, turned away by Nathan Boudicca once more. Trying this face-off again. Rimmed along the boards by Curry. Taken in, Keogh ramming it along the boards outside the zone, but sent right back where it came from Quinn. Coyotes again initiating a breakout, cleared all the way down. This one going to be turned away by Arbo and redirected into the corner. Curry trying to find it in front for Keogh. Keogh working up to the blue line, stepping up for a shot as Lawrence patted away Arbo. Curry attempting to keep it in the zone. Bradstreet trying to continue the route up the boards. Bradstreet ends up going to the blue line, flipping it in. It's a high shot from Van Norden. Pass it in front from Keogh. And another great save. Van Norden again, blocked out in front by Quinn. Quinn trying to work his way out. Kept in by Van Norden, not once, but twice. Stepping back in. Keogh in the corner. Backhander out in front. No one there. Out of the blue line. Lawrence wanting up for a slap shot. That one goes too far upstairs. Bradstreet out in the corner with Curry. Bradstreet tumbles to the ground. Jacob Curry still battling for it. Spencer knocking down his man. Harris trying to pursue his route behind the net. Rimmed along the board, still kept in by the Coyotes. Here is the push they've been wanting for. Trying to work it out as Saunders again, kept in by Van Norden. Shoved to the net, blocked by Quinn. And he's just going to send it all the way down the ice. Beautiful offensive zone time from the York North Coyotes. And that won't last long after the play. It's Lane Van Norden heading to the box. Unsure of exactly what he had done. It was happening behind the play as the puck was going down the ice. The Blue Knights to the power play at 6:57 left in this second frame. After a couple players switch in and out of the faceoff, it's taken by Campbell. Blue Knights with possession. Blue line. Dara trying to clear it back down low. Sent to Hargrove. His pass attempt into the corner was redirected. Back to the blue line. Quinn. It had hopped over his stick and out to center he must go. Back pass to Dara. Cleared up. Hargrove trying to send that one over to Campbell. Taken by Spencer. And cleared down to Quinn. Working his way in is Green. Has a man with him. Green cutting to the middle. Scores! Deflected in off Arbo in the net. It's Ashton Green scoring shorthanded to get the Coyotes within one. Had banked in and off the glove of Arbo. And it's now a 2-1 game. And ref talking with the Blue Knights. Again, unsure the exact reason. Blue Knights win the draw. Dara. Sent cross ice. Hargrove cutting around the center. Tried to send that one up. Over for Green. Dara pass in. Trying to work up is McQuaid. Blue Knights skating around their own zone. Pressured by pinning Munn up against the boards. Sticks lifting, it's Lawrence McQuaid in the battle. McQuaid moving his way to the middle, sent to the side of the net. And Hargrove finding the puck after rebound. I went back behind the net. McQuaid, Hargrove, pass out in front. It's loose out right near the slot and sent down the ice. Both of these teams with a great power play and a great penalty kill so far. Here comes McQuaid winding up for a slap shot. Saved by Boudicca. And there's Campbell winding up for a clap bomb. End up into the chest of Boudicca, who since the first 2 goals of the night has been incredibly solid so far in this hockey game. Behind the net, it's Quinn. Rimming it along the board. Quinn still exiting the zone. Harris. Pass across. Misplays it. And is now cleared all the way down the ice. Man advantage now expired. Dara trying to pass it up. Eventually got to McQuaid. Not before it was bounced around a bunch of sticks, however. Harris into the zone. Rims back up along the boards. Around at the hash marks. Put down for McLaughlin. Trying to hit Dara up at the blue line. Kept back in by McQuaid. And puck ends up flying up into the protective netting. And face-off will head back down to the zone of York North. Coyotes skate back up. Keogh had misplayed his dangle, working his way back into the zone. McQuaid behind the net, going up against Lawrence. Lawrence successfully pins him up against the boards, and to help him is Price. In stealing the puck successfully. Now sending it to the middle. Believe that's York putting in some work. Coyotes putting it behind the net. Walton going up the boards against Gilmore. Walton again going to try to send it out of the zone. It'll just get by Hargrove. Lawrence sent cross for Van Norden. Van Norden off the boards. Successfully had gone that to his teammate, working his way back in. Price stripped off the puck. There's York trying to make a pass up. But cleared back in. Walton attempted to send that over for Dara. Pushing and shoving along the blue line of the Blue Knights. Coyotes take it in. Not before long, after Gilmore had met 3 Blue Knights simultaneously. Dara, one touch pass. York had tried to fire it into the middle for Saunders, but that one taken away by Curry up on the blue line. Walton skating back for a loose puck in the zone of the Blue Knights. Turns around, sends it along the boards. Dara skating back behind his net. Continues and tries to lay a pass off. It's intercepted back by York North. Pass in the middle, trying to get down over for Green, and ends up to the blue line. Van Norden kept in. Behind the net was Hunter. Send up to Van Norden. Hunter, sharp angle, sending on Arbo. The save. Rebound, a slap shot, saved. Did not get all the way to the net. Van Norden trying to keep that in the zone. Green, that had been pushed off. Over for Lawrence with a shot, blocked away by Arbo. Behind the net was Hunter battling for it. Hargrove going up against Merritt. Merritt left that off for Green. Walton battling up against Hunter. This one cleared out of the zone, and the Blue Knights will take an icing gladly in this scenario. Now getting hounded in their zone by York North in this second period. A very strong period so far for this York North Coyotes team. Blue Knights get kicked out of the draw. Campbell looked like he was going to go into the face-off. Now it's going to be taken by Curry up against Quinn. Won by the Coyotes. Shot into the glove of Arbo. That'll go for a whistle. And here's just one of many chances for the Coyotes in their rush. It's a shot from Lawrence from the blue line, then turned away by Arbo. Play still happening. Spencer working around his own end. before finding it out in the corner. Curry now being pinned up by Bradstreet, taken by Harris. Harris cleared along the glass and outside the zone, and this might not have enough for an icing. And it just barely will get there. And the Coyotes will continue their reign of time on attack time, with a face-off going back to the right of Arbo in between the pipes. That draw won by Spencer, cleared back in by Munn around the boards, deflected by Bradstreet. Curry tried to pass it over in the middle, in for Jenkins, but tipped away by Harris. Harris now makes a pass that's banked off the boards. This one not going to go for an icing. Munn getting back in his own end, waiting, being pressured by Campbell, trying to pass that up over to Curry. Ends up getting past both Curry and Bradstreet all the way for Quinn back in his own end. Skating back in his right corner, trying to make a stretch pass up, successfully hits Campbell, might be all alone. Campbell in to his forehead, the shot saved away by Boudicca on the breakaway. With a shot out in front just above the net, Campbell with another amazing chance. Hargrove around in the ringette line, skating up, waiting, sending it into the corner. Banked off the boards and up, cleared back in by McQuaid. Pinning up the puck out in the corner. 4 Coyotes are there, only 2 Blue Knights. It's taken away. Campbell faking the wraparound sharp angle shot that went above the net. Coyotes skating back, cleared up. It's Quinn with a strong stick to put it back into the zone. Skating back up, Spencer rifling one off. It's deflected into Arbo and taken away successfully by the Blue Knights defense. Kept back in O'Rourke. Quinn misplayed the puck. Hargrove tried to get it out, picked off by Spencer, and a good play. Hargrove upending him as soon as he had gotten the puck. McQuaid stepping in, moving to his backhand, trying to make his way around O'Rourke with not much time left. Collision along the boards, pass to the middle. There's a shot from the blue line from Quinn that misses the net as soon as the buzzer goes off. So a very intense game so far. 2-1 Blue Knights after 2 on the MST channel. Coyotes certainly back in their own end. Castonguay across for O'Rourke. O'Rourke passed to the middle. Keogh finding it at center. Keogh walking it off in the zone, trying to dangle, just losing possession. That deflected off the skate of Walton. Collisions out in the corner. Battling up right inside the blue line of the zone of the Blue Knights. Castonguay sliding towards the middle, leaving it off. There's a shot redirected and still turned away by Arbo, sent over into the corner. Poking it up high is Gilmore. Gilmore almost with possession. It goes back into the pile. Going behind the net, Dara. Backhander towards the boards. McLaughlin trying to perform a successful breakout. And back into the left corner, Dara trying to shoot it up. It's deflected, but kept in by O'Rourke. O'Rourke finding it at center, clearing it in on a delayed offside. Pass up, intending to get that to McLaughlin. He goes over to Castonguay. Cross ice deflected off the stick of Curry. And he's bumped from behind. Dara passing over to Quinn in his own zone, trying to see McLaughlin out in the middle. Had missed everyone. Now Green stepping up with speed right off the bench. Green into the zone, firing, saved by Arbo. Blue Knights in their own end. Quinn getting pinned up by Merritt. Some battling for it near the blue line. It's shot back in, parallel. A big hit made by Spencer. There's a massive collision out in the corner, and that is going to be a penalty towards the Blue Knights. And that was a dangerous collision out in the corner on Van Norden, getting hit straight from behind. Back first into the boards. Grant York stepping into the box. Van Norden with his back turned all the way there. And that is going to be a 2-minute call. So the Coyotes will get another chance on the man advantage. To the blue line, kept in, Spencer. Across, pass, trying to get that over to Green at the blue line. It's Gilmore playing it over for Green. Up for Munn. Munn waits. Spencer on the left side, stepping in, trying to get that cross ice over for Green. Green walking in, down low, backhander, save. And the rebound is taken behind the net by the Blue Knights. Spencer shooting. Didn't make it all the way there. The rebound. Stepped up and a quick shot made. I believe that was Gilmore. Behind the net. Working for it is Bradstreet. Now out into the corner. Pinned up against the boards. Clearing attempt. Hits off the stick of Munn and does get outside in the center. Coyotes now must regroup and re-enter the zone. A missed pass at Spencer going up against Campbell and hitting him into the boards with force. Gilmore pass up. A bit misplaced and is sent all the way down by Dara. Behind the net, Munn. Has to evade Campbell, who was coming with speed behind the net. Green speeding his way through center. Green around one, getting around the defense. Bradstreet curling back, waiting for his options, trying to see Lawrence up towards the blue line. Rimmed around, kept in. There's a shot, patted away. Lawrence finding the rebound, winding up for a clap bomb, and it's sent over the net. Green out in the corner, having his stick tied up by Campbell, is squirted up to Spencer, firing and just missing the net right. Lawrence up at the right blue line. Across for Spencer. Spencer waits, tries to cut it around Campbell. Will make the safe decision and rim it around the boards. Quinn seeing it go by Merritt and then destroys his opposition right in the corner. Looks like that was Green that had been getting run over. And power play now expired. Overall, a good power play, staying in the zone the entire time and getting multiple chances on. But Arbo standing tall. Green speeding his way up the middle. Clap bomb into the zone in order to give his players a change. Cleared out and just getting on the ice and accepting that is Hunter. Speeding into the zone. Trucking over a Blue Knight. Kept in the zone. And the clearing is blocked and sent back the other way. Skating back at speed is Quinn. And the face-off to go all the way back down into the Coyote zone. And this game sponsored by Limo TV. Quinn wins the draw and puts it in the corner. Van Norden getting shoved from behind in a similar spot where he had been hit from behind. Van Norden being hit up against the boards by McLaughlin. In to take it is Harrison, trying to put it up to the blue line. Intercepted by Hunter. Blue Knights into the zone, trying to clear it in was Price. Coyotes moving their way into the zone. A shot from Lawrence. Didn't have much on it, more of a dump in. Quinn works his way behind the net, trying to get that one off to McLaughlin. Cleared in by Lawrence. Around the boards, York North still keep it in the zone. Trying to find him behind the net. Spencer hanging on the puck, lifted off his stick, and a shot all the way out to the middle. McLaughlin, he's chasing Lawrence. Lawrence with more wheels, wheeling his way up, makes his way past McQuaid, stepping into the zone. Low shot on Arbo, and turned away out into the corner. Van Norden at the blue line. He's hit hard, but not before he can make his shot. Keogh hit off the side of the net. And sent right in the middle. Diving is Van Norden to keep it in. And it's still in the zone before sent all the way down the ice and iced by the Carleton Blue Knights. Off the draw, off the tie-up. Hargrove trying to send that to the middle. His intended target being McQuaid, and that had been rejected and cleared in by Castonguay. Blue Knights trying to move their way back into the zone. Campbell trying to accept the pass sent back by O'Rourke. Cleared in by Green. Rimmed around the boards. Quinn behind his own cage. Rimming it around, trying to get that one over for Campbell. Campbell inside his zone, pass in the middle, trying to get that one over for Alex McQuaid. Cleared back by Castonguay. Alex McQuaid stepping into the zone across the blue line, leaving it off. There's a shot from Hargrove that just misses wide. Rebound behind the net, left out by McQuaid. They score! It's Alex McQuaid putting a backhander rebound from behind the net right back into the slot, and waiting patiently, anticipating a pass is Elliot Hargrove. And the Blue Knights go up by a score of 3-1. Munn off the draw, tie up with York. Bank back in the center. Coyotes now re-entering the zone. Ramsey across for Munn. Skating into center. Walks in and hits a backhander off the boards. Bradstreet going up behind the net. Quinn sent it along around the boards. It was Saunders up and battling, clear along the boards. Munn keeping it in, trying to pass that to the middle is Hunter. Hunter still almost with possession. Cleared along the boards. Munn trying to keep it in. Puck was behind him and cleared all the way out and on the zone of the Coyotes. Munn clearing it along the board. Stepping up is Gilmore. He's got Keogh with him on the rush. Gilmore trying to get that over to Keogh, and the pass is too far in front of him. Keogh after the misplaced pass out in the corner. Blue Knights bring it out of the zone. Falling down hard is Harris. Bringing it back the other way and curling around to Saunders. Saunders around the net, battling with Lawrence, trying to put that out in front, and it's destroyed out by Gilmore, and he's going to get a call for that. Harris out on the left, putting it to the net, rejected by Boudicca. Sent around the boards, empty net now for the Blue Knights, as it's a delayed penalty touched up by Gilmore. And Carleton will now head to the man advantage in the late stages of the game. Looks like this will probably be a charging penalty. Gilmore skating up, not letting out. So it's a 2-minute power play out for the Blue Knights. And they look to get an insurance goal and potentially put this game to rest. Pass down the middle, McLaughlin had put it to the net. And that's all for that play. York North quickly put it down the ice. Loose behind the net, Spencer being taken down by Quinn. Spencer giving him an extra shove. The Blue Knights quickly come back the other way. McLaughlin speeding in along the left and is tripped up by Lawrence. And Oliver Lawrence gonna go to the box for a tripping call. Trying to dive and catch up to McLaughlin and just taking him down. And this power play sponsored by Limo TV. With Limo TV currently running a 30% off deal when using promo code Hockey30 at checkout. 30% off all subscriptions. There's a shot caught by Boudicca. And play will have to reset. Blue Knights on a 5-on-3. Out in the corner, Hargrove spinning around and trying to put it to the blue line. That one not having enough force to get there, and it's sent all the way down the ice by Green. McLaughlin had been skating up the right before, passing it off for Hargrove. Hargrove stopping between the hash marks and the red line. Going up to the blue line, walking in, pass to the middle, try to deflect that to the net. It's sticked away by Boudicca out in the corner. Hargrove waiting, sending it across to the blue line. Back to Hargrove, top of the circle, firing, patted away by Boudicca. A great save. Hargrove in the top slot and letting a shot go. Getting one here, he shoots, scores! And Hargrove again, 2 goals in a row now, capitalizing on this 5-on-3. So still in man advantage for Carleton for the next 45 seconds, trying to clear it out. It's blocked by Alex McQuaid. McQuaid trying to work his way to the middle. Blue line working in. Walton shooting, blocked out in front by Ramsey. Campbell sending it to the middle, bouncing puck. It's kicked almost in. It's in the side of the post. Out in front, Mike and Ramsey had been trying to stop the puck. It had deflected off his skate. And ever so close to going into the net, it hit the post and was almost banked in afterwards. So it's a 4-1 game in favor of the Blue Knights. The Coyotes getting into a bit of some penalty trouble late in the game. Spencer working his way out with speed, banking off the boards. Spencer in a puck race for it with Keogh shooting, saved by Arbo. Quinn had taken the rebound behind the net and now skates up with tremendous amounts of speed. Cross ice pass from McQuaid, trying to step into the middle was Campbell, and that one rejected by Munn. Campbell again behind the net, being bumped up against the boards. Campbell and Munn battle with each other, and McQuaid walking in. Spencer stepping outside his zone in the center. Power play is now over. There's a shot in and out of the glove of Arbo, around the net, still with it. Keogh out in the corner. O'Rourke at the blue line, waits, shoots, deflected, and redirected into the glove of Arbo, and that will be a whistle. And Coyotes taking a 30-second timeout. And less than a minute left to go in this first semifinal of U15 AA hockey. Blue line, flat bomb by O'Rourke. That just missed. Loose puck out on the side of the net. Boudicca has now gone to the bench for the Coyotes, so it's an empty net. Moving up, Hargrove for his hat trick, scores! And Hargrove will put it in from the blue line on the empty net. And it will now be 5-1 in favor of the Blue Knights, who have played very well this game, as so for the Coyotes have had a lot of offensive zone time there in that second period and just couldn't find a way to put the puck past the red line, past Arbo. Cleared in, and that's an icing against Carleton. So we'll head back to the zone of the Blue Knights. Off the face-off, sent by the blue line. In from Munn. Blue Knights backhanded out of the zone and will take another icing. Puck's pinned up in the corner. Body's fallen. A hit on Curry. Hargrove in there, and we'll have a whistle. Stopping play at just 8.5. Our next game, it's a U15 semifinal. It's the Edmundston Blizzard and the Shabakto Atlantics. That's the 2 versus 3 seed game. Face-off one, deflected into the zone. Around the net, the Blue Knights get it, flip it out, and that is our first semifinal of the night. It's a 5-1 victory in favor of the Blue Knights in our next game. Coming up in 15 minutes, it's the Atlantics and the Blizzard. We hope to see you there. This has been the Charles H. Legier Tournament being live streamed on the Maritime Stream Team YouTube channel.